morning, Yoshi-san.
Good morning.
Yes, great to have you again in my class today. How are you?
Oh, so far, so good. How about you?
Wow. That's awesome. I'm also doing very okay today. But I really apologize if you might hear some background noises. It's because my neighbor is having their home renovation.
Hmm. But nowadays, now I can't see any sound, so no problem.
Thank you very much for understanding. Anyway, did you do something extraordinary during the weekend, Yoshi-san?
Not something special, but
Okay.
may I ask you a favor? So that I can't see your figures. Please set on your video system.
Yes, I actually turned it on. You cannot see me.
I can't see you.
Oh, okay. Let me try to turn it off. I'll turn it back on.
Okay.
How about right now? Can you see me?
Just wait. So.
Okay.
Something working computer that marks so the round signal, so that's not working. So could you call me again?
Yes, I'll call you again, okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much. Hello?
Good morning again.
Yes, good morning again.
Oh.
Can you see me now, Yoshi-san?
I can see you. I'm glad.
That's good.
Thank you.
All right. So, yes, how's the weather there today?
It's cloudy. So in Japan still the rainy season. So most of the every day so cloudy and rain. And yesterday, the Japanese very famous resort areas have a big landslide. So
Yes, a part in Shizuoka, right?
Yes. Atami is near the Tokyo. So much very popular hot spring place. So and it's very so much beautiful. Several times I visit that kind of hotel and enjoy the hot spring. But it's near the mountains. So then yesterday and the day before yesterday, so very hard rain concentrates. So and this tragedy happens. So
Yes, that's right. So there are already casualties, right? There are missing person.
yes, local government don't catch the real casualty. So because most of the house run away to the sea, so only 2 die people founding. So maybe
It will be very difficult to search for the meantime because rain kept on continuing, right?
yes. So it's a very
Just continue.
gloomy
Yes,
news. So
that's right.
This morning I found your country's Air Force plane crashed into the people's area. So there's
Yes.
a lot of casualty also.
Yes, that's right. So, according to the news, there were 90 military personnel inside the C-130 military aircraft. So, they found 45 casualties already, and the other half are still missing. So they are still they still continue searching for the dead bodies because the plane was really shattered.
This very sorry to hear that kind
Yes,
of news.
that's right. It's really tragic, most especially that there are a lot of problems that we encounter worldwide. So I hope you and my family will remain safe as always.
I hope so.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing something today, Yoshi-san. And for your lesson request, we will be covering from the conversation American English, lesson 51. The title is Solving Problems.
Ah, yes.
Okay, so let's take a look at activity. So this will be a picture description. Kindly look at the picture and please tell me what you see from here.
Okay, in this picture, I can see the one middle-aged Caucasian businessman. He's standing on the wide field and talking about something to us. He has some atmosphere for television reporter. But another guess, he might be the real estate agent.
Okay.
I guess he might explain the vast extent of this field to his customer. So he's wearing the black vertical stripe formal suits, so white shirts and good design neckties, and wearing the glasses, and his hair is very short, almost buzz cut.
Okay.
He opened both hand, and I can see his both palm. Right palm get brightened by sunshine, and left palm is dark by the shadows. So anyway, he's make an explanation something, and over there of the field, I can notice gentle hills from the distance. So top of the hill, there's several houses, and it's very nice weather, no cloud, just fantastic blue sky. That's all.
Oh, wow. Another impressive description again. Okay, any question about this picture, Yoshi-san?
No question.
Okay, now talking about the title, Solving Problems. So, are you good at it?
It depends on the problem. So,
Okay.
but I make efforts solve the problem. But it's impossible. There's a lot of impossible problem. I give up soon.
Oh, I understand. But what kind of difficult problem have you solved in the past? Can you please give me an example of it?
Most of the concern of my family, so I consult something, and if I can do something, I helping them. So social problem is difficult to solve, but just surrounding my house. So that kind of problem is depends on the effort and the communication. So it can solve it.
Wow, that's good. So as the head of the family, you always make sure that you communicate with the members of your family in order for you to solve some issues, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much for sharing about that.
How about you?
So-
I heard you have one daughter, so you don't have some problem.
Actually, it's the other way. I only have one son.
One son. I saw.
Yes.
If you
Actually,
have some troubles, family troubles, how do you solve that kind of problem?
Yes, actually, talking about my son, most especially that he is the only one. So most of the time, I would say that he follows me because he's 12 years old anyway. He cannot do nothing without me.
Mm.
So I think he is a good and responsible boy as young as he is because he studies very well. Although there are times that he gets hard-headed sometimes, but at least he makes a point that he would listen to me. So when there will be minor problems with the family, we talk over it, most especially if I quarrel with my husband. So there are petty quarrels, but however, I and my husband make sure that we talk things over.
That's good. So that is your son's university student?
No, not yet. He's still 12 years
Ah,
old.
12. So,
Yes, so he's a junior high school student, and he is already in the second grade this
okay, I
coming July.
understand. So, just same as my grandchildren.
Oh, wow, that's awesome to know. So it's as what you've mentioned earlier, it's really the best way to communicate with each member.
How about your husband, between your husband? So,
Mhm.
don't you have any problem for that relationship? So,
Actually, I would really say that my husband is really a good one, so he's responsible. There are just small troubles sometimes because we quarrel over petty things, just like minor things. I always nag him, but he's the one who is very soft-spoken, so he makes sure that we both communicate with each other.
well, it sounds good. So you have
Yes.
a very suitable husband. So.
That's right. So because most of the time, because nowadays in the Philippines, work from home setup is really working. So my husband stays at home most of the time, and also he's very responsible when it comes to some doing some chores at home, and he doesn't smoke. He occasionally drinks, and he rarely go out with friends.
What did he do nowadays?
Yes, actually my husband is running a small taxi business.
Taxi.
So yes, that's right. So he's running his own business. So and he would just stay at home. So most probably he will be checking on documents when it comes to our taxi business. So because papers are it's really difficult to process this time. So he's doing it online, checking for the drivers to remit something, most especially when it comes to money
Oh,
concerns.
okay, I understand. So that sometimes he himself drive a taxi, not perfectly the administration work.
Yes, sometimes when will be no driver available.
Hmm. Okay, thank you. Thank you for
Okay.
personal questions. So,
Oh.
sorry.
Oh, it's okay. No worries about that. Thank you very much for asking anyway. So let's now continue with the dialogue. So please read the A part. I'll do letter B.
Okay, let's start solving this problem.
You know, it's not going to be easy. Not at all.
Well, we should discuss it together to get it solved.
Okay then. What I want to know is why has it suddenly become our problem?
Well, the answer to that is quite simple. It was given to us and we are asked to solve it.
Well, maybe you, but nobody asked me.
I'm actually asking you now.
By the way, who put you in charge?
Well, nobody, but I can see that no one wanted to assume authority, so I took it.
To be honest, I don't care. I'm leaving. So long. Bad letter B. Okay, let's exchange the roles now, Yoshi-san.
Okay.
Let's start solving this problem.
You know, it's not going to be easy. Not at all.
Well, we should discuss it together to get it solved.
Okay then, what I want to know is why has it suddenly become a problem?
Well, the answer to that is quite simple. It was given to us and we're asked to solve it.
Well, maybe you, but nobody asked me.
I'm actually asking you now.
By the way, who put you in charge?
Well, nobody. But I can see that no one wanted to assume authority. So, I took it.
To be honest, I don't care. I'm leaving. So long.
Okay, thank you very much for reading, Yoshi-san. Any question here?
Nothing in particular.
Okay, very nice. Let's now do activity 3. This will be the vocabulary review, just like what we did before. You're going to read the words and expressions, and then you're going to use it in your own sentences.
Okay. To put in charge, to give a responsibility to. So, you know, I used to be a computer programmer. When I was working, several times I nominate the leader of some project. At that time, my boss put me in charge of many of things. That's all.
Oh, wow, that was good to hear. So that would just mean that your boss really trusted you because you are a responsible person.
I guess so.
Okay, so let's do number 2.
Authority, power to enforce laws. So that, honestly speaking, I don't like to assume authority. I like rather to be number 2 position, helping authority position. That's all.
Oh, okay. May I ask why you wouldn't like to be a person in authority?
Authority is changing the jobs so that they don't use tangible work. So most of the administration, so see the procedure of the I like rather than doing the tangible work, not administration work.
Oh, I understand. So it's really tough to be the head of the position, right?
Yes.
So because you also need to set a good examples for your colleagues to follow.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Yoshi-san. So great job as always for making sentences and relating it to your personal experiences. Okay, let's continue with the exercise number 4. This will be the comprehension questions.
Okay.
So what do you think the problem is?
It's definitely the speaker A have the responsibility for this problem. So maybe the is customer's problem or in charge of this work. So I guess A should beg cooperation for B, but speaker A cheating speaker B, and speaker B of course just angry. So it's speaker is completely fault. That's tactics. So that's all.
That's right, because it was the speaker A said that he took the responsibility of it because he already assumed being the leader,
Yeah.
right? Okay, and how about number 2? Is there anyone with authority in the conversation?
Nobody authority. So the speaker A just pretend be a authority. That's all.
That's right. So it would be very difficult dealing with it because he just presumed that he would be the leader or he will be the person in authority, even nobody is asking for him to do so.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. Do you enjoy having authority and why?
As I mentioned earlier, so I'm not like being authority. Basically, I'm not so much interested in the advance to my career. So and that's why I don't like the administration work. So I'd rather like to do tangible work. That's all.
Oh, yes, that's right, as what you have mentioned earlier. And I think there are really a lot of responsibilities when you are the person in authority. Okay, and are problems more easily solved by discussion and why?
It of course depends on the problem. Small problem don't necessarily discussions. Every worker can handle that small problem. A little more big problem, maybe the consult experienced colleagues, and more big problem consult to my boss. So that depends on the problem. So it's become an agenda for authentic executive meeting. That's all.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And for number 5, do people generally resent someone in a position of authority and why?
It depends on the attitude of the authority. So for my experience, I have 10 or more different type of boss. So
Okay.
in Japan, the executive work is ability of the build a consensus. So make a team harmony or make a total harmony is so much important. So it depends on characters. Some boss doing the job himself, but don't make the good harmony. So but some boss don't doing the so much real work, but his character is making a good total harmony. So it's function as become a good authority. So and most of the case just orders superior is don't work, totally don't work that project or something. That's all.
Oh, exactly right. So as what you've mentioned, it would really depend on the boss if the boss would be willing to communicate with the team to make them have a better working relationship.
Definitely, you can say that's again.
Oh, thank you very much for that. And since it's almost time, Yoshi-san, any questions or concerns before we end with the lesson?
Oh, no question. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much for an awesome job as always. I am always impressed on how well you can really make sentences and of course your confidence to speak using the English language because your mind always contemplate about the wonderful words that you are going to use to make your sentences more presentable. Good job.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Yoshi-san. Please take care always. Have a wonderful day with your family.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. See you soon.